Rabbi Kahane is founder and chairman of the International Jewish Defense League. That's a militant organization he founded in 1968, oriented towards self-defense. Its slogan is "Never Again," coined by the survivors of World War II concentration camps. Born in the United States and educated in Orthodox Jewish day schools, he was ordained a rabbi by the yeshiva in Brooklyn, New York in 1957. Kahane claims American Jewry can find security only by adopting the JDL program, Preparing for Armed Self-Defense. Kahane also admits JDL tactics were inspired by black militant groups such as the Black Panthers. He's been condemned by many as a demagogue, bigot, and an exponent of the use of violence. New York Mayor Ed Koch has denounced Kahane as a disgrace to Jews and compared him to Yasser Arafat, chairman of the PLO.
We are faced with a problem. And that problem is the contradiction between Zionism, between Judaism on the one hand, and Western democracy on the other hand. The question isn't, are there good Arabs or bad Arabs? I think it's contempt for the Arab to state that a good Arab will accept living in the state of Israel. What Arab wants to live in a state which defines itself legally, de jure, as the Jewish state? What Arab in Israel? What citizen of Israel? What Arab citizen of Israel stands up every morning and thinks of the fact that his national anthem, Hatikva, speaks such words as Nefesh Yehudi Homia, the soul of a Jew yearns? What Arab can sing those words? And when Tufik Tubi, a Communist Party Arab member of Knesset, opposed a proposed bill to make that the official national anthem of Israel, I understood him. I understood Tufik, because I understand the Arabs, and they understand me, and neither of us can understand Professor Dershowitz. I don't want to kill Arabs. With God's help, when I become the Prime Minister of Israel, not a single Arab will ever be killed in Israel, because not a single Arab will be there.
When I agreed to do this debate, a lot of my friends, very good friends, devoted friends, rabbis in the area, wrote to me and called me and said, "Why are you debating Rabbi Kahane? Are you not legitimating his views by debating him? Are you not acknowledging his right to be part of the Jewish dialogue?" I'm debating Rabbi Kahane here tonight because too few blacks debated and responded to Jesse Jackson and Louis Farrakhan. I'm debating Rabbi Kahane here tonight because no Arabs debate Yasser Arafat. I'm here tonight to put the lie to those PLO protesters who stood outside of Rabbi Kahane's talk at Brookline just a month ago and claimed that there are no differences between Rabbi Kahane's views and the views of peace-loving Israelis and peace-loving American Jews and Americans who support Israel. debating Rabbi Kahane because I want to stop the downgrading of the quality of the debate about Rabbi Kahane, to stop the kind of name-calling and personalization that has characterized so much of the attack on Rabbi Kahane and occasionally by Rabbi Kahane. I am debating him because I disapprove of guilt by analogy. I disapprove of efforts to show that Kahane is, quote, just like Nazis who deported Jews, enacted Nuremberg racial purity laws, and conducted Kristallnachts. These analogies, in my view, constitute the gravest insult to the memory of the 6 million.
The problem is a much deeper and much more serious one. It's the one that the ambassador talked about. It's the legitimation of the most extreme kind of anti-Israel, bordering on anti-Semitic, and mostly it comes from Jews and from Israelis who use their Jewish, quote, heritage. These are people who have never identified as Jews except to attack Israel. Take a guy like Gilad Atzmon, who was off the charts. Nobody would even know who he was. He's a guy who apologizes to the Nazis for comparing them to Israel because Israel's far worse. Now, how can any rational person believe that? The problem is that the Friends Seminary in New York invites Gilad Atzmon to talk to their students. The problem is that Professors Walt and Mearsheimer endorse Atzmon's book. The problem is that Richard Falk, the former UN rapporteur on Palestine, says Atzmon's book is a book that should be read and widely discussed by everybody. Now, you know, I'm not young. I've lived through a lot of horrors in the world. Let me tell you that in the worst days of